Hello students, welcome back to the fourth session. In the previous video we have seen the symbol if. Now let's see the symbol if-else structure. In the symbol if-else structure there is a false part also given using the else clause. Using the else clause we are saying the false part also along with the true part. So if the condition evaluates to true, then the first set of statements will be executed, and if the evaluation of that expression gives you a false value, then the statement 2 will be executed. So let's see the flow chart first. First it evaluates the expression, and the expression evaluates to true, then the statements given after the if will be executed. That means the first set. Then if the expression evaluates to false, then the statements after the else will be executed. That the body of the else will be executed, and after the execution it goes to the next statement after the if else. Let's see how we can write that as a program. This if part is same as in the simple if. If, then expression, then the true set of statements. Along with that you can add a else part, E-L-S-E, else part, and the statements coming within this else can be put within the curly bracket. The second statement will be executed only if the expression evaluates to false. Otherwise, the true if the expression is true, it evaluates the true part, and if the expression is false, it evaluates the false part. Now let's see an example program. We have already done the program even or odd using the symbol if. There the problem is, for checking the even and also for checking the odd, we need two symbol if statements. We have used two symbol if statements. That means an extra checking is happening there. That can be avoided if we are using the if else. So we have written the aim, then included the header files. Then within the main program we are writing the statements. We have cleared the screen. Then we are using the variable n for this purpose. We have declared the variable n. Now ask the user to enter a number, and that is accepted to n. So just like we did in the last program, we use the condition n modulus 2. We are taking the remainder by n divided by 2, and the remainder is taken, and if that remainder is equal to 0, if the remainder is equal to 0, that means it is even. Otherwise, that means else can be given, then the number is odd. See, I didn't use this curly bracket here because there is only one statement here. If there is more than one statement, you must use the curly bracket to make it a block. So all the process completed. So let's run the program. After running the program, see, you will get the output like this. If you are entering 86, you will get the message the number is even. If you are entering 45, you will get the message the number is odd. So the benefit of using this if else is a condition check can be avoided. In this case, with only one checking you can come to a conclusion. With only this checking you can come to a conclusion. Otherwise that will be the opposite of this thing. So you can simply say the number is odd. Now let's see another program. That is, after inputting the age of a person, you need to check whether a person is eligible for getting the driving license. As you all know, the age of getting a driving license is more than or equal to 18. So let's check the age, whether the age is greater than or equal to 18. We have inputted the header files Now within the main program we are writing the statement for that. Here I have used a variable age for holding the age value. Ask the user to input the age, then that is accepted to age. Now we need to check if age greater than or equal to. Remember, greater than or equal to need to be written like this, greater than and then the equal sign. Then equal to 18, then we are displaying you are eligible for getting the driving license. Otherwise can be mentioned by using the else. Sorry, you are not eligible. That message is given. Now let's run this program. When we run the program, in first run I have entered the value 15. Look at the message, sorry, you are not eligible. When I entered 23, I got the message, yes, you are eligible for getting the driving license. So students, by using this if else method, you can avoid the extra checking. Without checking, you can come to a conclusion that if age is greater than or equal to 18, eligible, otherwise not eligible. So instead of using two simple if, you can just use an if else statement. That's all in this session. Please try to do extra programs just like eligibility for voting, that is also similar one. Such programs you can do, or you can check whether a number is positive or negative. All those programs you can try it yourself. In next video we will cover up about the nested if and also the if else ladder. That's all in this session. Thank you.